Hi everyone! You have all been asking me to show you how I do my smoky eyes. So look no further, stay tuned in. Here's my step-by-step how-to on how to get this smoky eye look right in time for your New Year's Eve. So stay tuned, stay beautiful. Thanks ladies. Okay guys, so now that my face is set, we're gonna do this smoky eye look. Let's get it on. Okay, so first what I'm gonna do, just because I like to do it, is start with my eyebrows. So I am going to actually mix Mocha Java Shadowsense, you can see that, and Smoke Topaz together to give me as close to a match as I can. So all I do on my lovely palette of different colors already that I have going on is I just simply roll the Smoke Topaz, and then I do the same with the Mocha Java, just on my hand. And that gives me kind of that palette there, and I'm not mixing them together. Then I take a brow brush, and for this purpose, I'm just using, for this one, I know I have like lots of different brushes. I'm just using a Quo brush, and it's just a brow brush that, an eyeliner brush. Brow brush, eyeliner, whichever one you want to use. And I just kind of mix them together to give me kind of that brow look that I want. And then this is all I do, is I just kind of go in, and I start in the middle so that I can see how much product I really have on the brush, and it doesn't give me too much. And then I just start to kind of fill in the line, and then I do it on the top as well, and then kind of come down with the line. And I'm just kind of doing light strokes of the brush to give me that look that I want to achieve. And I just kind of go in back and forth, and then these ones are kind of like as if you were painting grass back in school. So little grass everywhere that you need, and then just smooth out the line that you want. And then for me, I just want a bit more of an edge. So I just go in a bit more with product and kind of just create that line, and then give my little grass to the top. And then you'll just finish off by just kind of completing those. And then what I do is I just take this brow brush. You can use any one that you want. I'm using a MAC 505 SE, and I just kind of then brush in between just to give it that more subtle look. So that's one versus none. Now I'm gonna do the other one. So the same similar technique, and I'm just gonna create my line that I want and kind of go in, same little grass hairs. I definitely know that's not a professional word to use, but that's what I'm gonna call it. And you kind of just follow the line that you want, and then just kind of subtly do that and come down. And you want it to, right now what's in is making them kind of look more natural instead of the pencil. So you just kind of fill in the natural line that you want. And I do like a bit more defined, sharper look, so I definitely go back over and kind of just make the edge that I want. And then you kind of just want to follow wherever the corner of your eye is kind of where you want your line to start for your eyebrows. So similar there. So you don't want them to come in too far, but you also don't want them too far apart, so it doesn't make your eyes look smaller than they are. And then just fill that in. And then once you're happy with kind of the line that you have, then you just take that brow brush again and just kind of smooth them out. It just creates it so that it's a softer look. And then voila, those are done. The one thing I do though is I take another brow brush. So this one is a MAC one that I'm using, 263 brow. It's got a little bit of product on it, forgive that. And then I take Candlelight Shadowsense. Candlelight is an awesome base, and it's also great for under your eyes. And I just take a little bit of Candlelight on the end of it, and then I just kind of define the line underneath a bit more, and it just gives a highlight to it so that it stands out a bit more. Same thing on this side, so just a bit of product, like the slightest little bit ever, And then kind of just do that. And then just take your brow brush and kind of just smooth it down over your lid. So see how nicely defined that edge looks? Now we're gonna do the same on this side and just kind of bring it down. And that's great because it's just a base for your brow anyways. And then voila. Is that safe, Mimi? Okay, there we go. Brows are done. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to the eyes for the smoky looks. Okay, so now we're gonna move into the transition color, and for this I'm gonna use Shadowsense Pink Posy. Okay, so if you have, I don't know, any color of eye, but blue eyes, green eyes especially, this is like my favorite color to transition with. It makes your eyes pop. So here's all I do is I kind of just take this color and I just do like a U upside down, and that's all I do. And then I take, this one is gonna be a Sigma blending brush, E25, from their Color Pop collection. And I just kind of go back and forth with it, and I just kind of smooth that over. But okay, so I'm seriously in love with Sigma brushes because they keep the shadows, like they give you so much more control to work with. So if you haven't tried them, I dare you, because you'll find such a huge difference by using them. So I'm just kind of blending it lightly while it's still in a cream state, because when it dries, and then it's set for up to 14 hours, which I love. Who doesn't love that? I mean, who wants to go into the bathroom and see that, oh my gosh, all that time I spent, I need to reapply. And while I'm doing this, I'm just gonna go underneath my eye as well, because it's gonna help with the smoky look that we're creating. Okay, so underneath, and I just wanna not have that there. Okay, so there's the transition, okay? Now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take Garnet, Shadowsense, and I'm gonna undo this, and then that same brow brush that we used for my eyebrows, this is what you're gonna do, or what I'm gonna do. And if you're copying me, that's what you're gonna do. You're gonna put product on here, and here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna wanna make a triangle, so right where your lash line ends, we're gonna make a triangle up here, and then we're gonna cut across where the crease is, okay? So here's how it's gonna look. So I do this part with my eyes open so that I can see where my line is. So there's the first part of the triangle, okay? And then it's gonna come in, and then I close my eye and just do the crease, okay? So that's what you've got going on right now, okay? So triangle, crease, and then you're gonna bring the product across your eye, and you really want it defined. So just don't worry about how dark it looks now, because trust me, it'll look amazing after. Okay, so just keep kind of defining that line with your brow brush and come down just to about the middle of your eye, okay? And then just make sure that you've got a nice cut across. So see that? So we did a triangle. I brought it out a bit because that's gonna help with the smoky part, and then that. And then what you do is you take a blending brush, and so for this, I'm gonna go back to a Sigma eye shading brush. So this is the E55, and I'm just gonna lightly blend out the outer part. I'm still gonna keep that defined line, and I'm just gonna blend the lid so that you have a lot of the garnet on your eye. Okay, so see that? We're just shading it a bit, and it's kind of creating that dramatic look that we want. Okay, so now that that's done, what I do then is I take Snow Shadowsense, so it's white, and then that same brow brush that I used earlier for the highlight part, I'm gonna use it again. So MAC 263 brow brush, and then I just get a little bit of the product on it. And then here's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna do the inner crease of the eye, okay? So we're just gonna go in with it and kind of just do like a, fill in the lid all together across. Okay, I just wanna do that because this is kind of gonna be a base because I'm gonna put a shimmery color on top of that. I guess I'm doing one eye at a time, so I'll just leave that for a second and come back to it. I'm used to doing both eyes at the same time, so I'll do one eye and then we can fast forward to the other eye. Okay. So now that that's done, the other thing I do is I also do the upper part because this is where we're gonna highlight. So I take Snow again, and I love working with this brush because it gives you so much more control than what you would have with some of your shading brushes, so you can kind of define what you want, how much you want, that kind of thing. So I do that and I kind of just get the product on there and in, and then what I do is I take that same blending brush, the E25 that we used earlier, and I just kind of soften that up over top and underneath and into the pink posy. So I'm kind of just sweeping back and forth across, and then I'm going to do the same thing in this crease here. So just sweeping back and forth, okay? Now that that's done, I'm going to put Snow back, and I'm going to go in with Sandstone Pearl Shimmer right here. Couldn't find it for a sec. Okay, I use this all the time. So I'm going to take Sandstone Pearl Shimmer and I'm going to take some product out, and as you can see I use this all the time, so I don't have, I'm getting down to the last part of it maybe. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of dab this on because I want this to be really highly pigmented. I want it to stand out because this is kind of like your holiday going out on the town glammed out thing. Then I'm going to take this small little eyeshadow brush. This one is a MAC eyeshadow brush, but unfortunately I've used it so much that I've worn off what it is, but it's just a little, and I'm just patting it on the inner crease to really shimmer, and then I'm putting it on the inside of my crease as well and bringing that down a bit because that's gonna give me that glam look that I want. Then I'm gonna do the same, get some product on the brush, and I'm gonna do the same right underneath. So wherever you put the snow, now you wanna do the sandstone on top because it's just gonna give a little bit of shimmer and a nice little added pop to your eye. Okay, so now that we have that in the crease, now we're gonna take my very favorite shadow scent ever, which is Onyx. If you don't have Onyx, you need this in your life. This, I'm so obsessed with this. I use this on my, as a shadow, as a liner, like, I don't know, I use it every single day. So I'm gonna take this product here, and I'm gonna go back to that same brow brush that I used for Garnet, and we're gonna replicate and do the same thing, but a smaller triangle on the inside. So right where you did that triangle, you're gonna do a smaller one. So line right here, and then bring it in and kind of just smooth that in to your Sandstone Pearl Shimmer and kind of just go across your eye, okay? And this is good. Then we're gonna smoke this out afterwards. So now that we have kind of that little triangle, I'm gonna take the same blending brush that I used, so the Sigma eye shading brush, and I'm just gonna kind of go in lightly and just kind of blend this part out, smoke it out a bit. And I'm also gonna just kind of bring this underneath, because what I wanna do is create more drama with my eye so that it's coming down, like it's almost like my lashes have grown and it's just a continuous piece. So I'm just gonna bring that out, blend it in a bit, and you can kind of see all the colors that are coming together, and it's a nice layered approach. Okay, so I'm gonna soften up that triangle a bit so that it's not as sharp, because we're gonna go in and do a liner afterwards. And I'm just gonna blend this all together. But look at that smoky look right now, like compared to the other eye. Okay, so, and then depending on how much drama you want, you can add more, layer more, or just leave it like this. Okay, so once you're happy with your blending, okay, and so that's kind of what we've created, and it kind of just transitions nice into the sandstone that we did. Then I'm gonna do my liner. And so similar to, here's what I love about doing smoky eyes. Like, if you make a mistake with onyx, nobody's gonna notice because it's all blended in. So you're gonna take the same, I take the same brow brush that I just used and put more product on that. And here's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna do a dramatic look, so we're gonna do a wing. So the same thing, the way that the best way, well, okay, not the best way, but whatever way I do, for me it's the best, is I want this to kind of come up, like my lashes to extend. So that's where I kind of create my line. So with my eyes open, I'm gonna decide where this wing is gonna happen. And so I'm gonna decide here, and then I kind of just create that wing with my eyes open, and that's kind of creating the line. And then what I do is I switch to this MAC 507 SE, where that has like a little bit of an angle to it, and then I get my brush completely in the onyx, and I kind of just put that over top so that you can see. Okay, and then I'm gonna close my eyes and do this upper line and fill it in so that it continues to go across my eye. So see how you kind of just, and then when I have my eye open, I can tell how it looks. So already I'm like, I'm loving this. This is a good look. Okay, and then you're gonna go, this is what I do. So I just take it from the crease, and then I kind of go the other way with it. Now, more drama means this time I'm going all the way in to the crease, and then I'm just kind of sweeping it across. So here's the thing with onyx. If you make a mistake here, you could just blend this out if you wanted. So, and then I kind of just want it to be a bit more of a defined tip. So I'm gonna do that. And then I'm gonna just bring it down. So see kind of what I mean now? So you've got this line and you're just continuing that right into your lower lash line. And here's what I do. You've seen my videos, you've seen me do this a million times. I'm gonna do my waterline. And I'm just gonna take the onyx directly onto my waterline. How easy is that? And then I'm gonna take, where is it? Right here. This same brow brush, and I'm just gonna blend it a bit because we're doing a smoky look. So smoky it is. So that's how you're gonna create a little bit more drama and smoky, by just kind of having it go across your entire lash line. And just kind of smoke that completely out. And then I just kind of go back on top and do the same. Look at that already. I love this. Okay. Look how easy that was. If it's not easy for you, just keep practicing, I promise, because I'm not professional, but this is what I just love makeup this much that I play with it. Okay, so almost lost the brow brush. Okay, then I'm gonna go back in, and anywhere I see that I kind of just want to do a little bit more, I just want that to look a little bit more rounded, and then that happens. Okay, that's done. That's Okay. I'm loving this way too much. Do you love this? I hope you love this. Like this if you like it, because I'm already loving this. Okay. Then I love it because it's so transformational. It makes me feel like I'm going out. Okay, now we're gonna do lashes. So I'm gonna take my Undersense, and it's gray, and this is just gonna give me some volume to these lashes, because a girl needs some lashes. So I'm just gonna take this, and this product, and I'm just gonna kind of use the gray to let me know when I've got a coat on. So depending on how dramatic you wanna be, how dramatic do you wanna be? Then you let that dry, and I'm gonna do my bottom ones as well today. Okay, so you kind of let that dry while you're kind of doing that. We do this a lot with lip sense, don't we? Everything is fanning. Okay, then I'm gonna do a second coat while it's still kind of tacky. And you've seen me do this a lot with talking about tacky, dry, wet. So you want your product, your Undersense, to be tacky, not wet, and not dry. Okay, so that's 2 layers, and I think I'm gonna just stick with 2 for today, although you can do as many as you want. And then I want that to kind of get a little bit dry so that I can kind of do the rest. And while I'm doing that, I'll get my lips ready for lip sense. Okay, and then I'm gonna take the black mascara, and I'm gonna just do the same thing. So over and under, wiggle that out. And this is gonna give you some voluminous lashes without doing falsies. However, if you like falsies, more power to you. I'm just doing my own lashes, and I'm just gonna kind of coat that on. And I like a bit more drama, so especially on the tips, I really like to get that. And the other thing I like about doing smoky eyes is that if you get some mascara on the top, like I did, you can kind of go in afterwards and fix that up. And then you need to do the bottoms too. Okay, and so I'm gonna let that just sit there for a second because I'm gonna do a second layer, but in the meantime, I'm just gonna take that shading brush, and this is simple. Look at that, done. Like that little piece that I had on top, no problem because of the smoky look we're doing. And then if it's underneath, I just kind of take, I want it to be smoky anyway, so I just take a blending brush and do that. Okay, I'm gonna do one more coat of mascara and go in, same thing. And I'm just gonna kind of coat that. And then that is the smoky eye. Okay, there's one eye done. Now we've got to do the other. So I'm gonna do that. And then the other thing you can do is if you want them just a little bit curled, is just take your finger and kind of separate them. You could take an eyelash curler, but I didn't bring one with me. So that's the smoky eye. I'm gonna do the other one, and I will be right back. Okay, so we just did smoky eye look using Sandstone Pearl Shimmer as a highlight and a crease. Sandstone Pearl Shimmer, as I showed you, is more of a goldy base color. And we also have Silver Shimmer, and I just want to show you the difference quick. So even though I did Sandstone Pearl, I'm just going to layer it because that's what we can do. And so I'm just going to take out Silver Shimmer, and I'm just going to take my little blending brush, my eye blending brush, and I'm just going to get that on the... Then this is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to go over the crease and take that product and kind of just try and stay out of my eyeliner because I've already done it. And I'm just gonna take the product and kind of pat and sweep into the corner. So if you like silver, or your dress or whatever you're wearing is more of a silvery color, have no fear, Silver Shimmer is here. and you can kind of just do that. But see the difference there? So you can see now the difference. What do you like better? Which one? This is my left eye. This is my right eye. Do you like the left? Do you like the right? So the left has silver shimmer and the right has sandstone. So the last step would be just blending it a bit into the crevice so that it looks more of a natural piece. But that would be really it. Is just kind of softening out any line. But there you go, silver shimmer. And I can't really close this eye very well without help. So there's sandstone pearl and silver shimmer. Your choice. It'll be there for 14 hours, but there's the difference there for you. So